So let us understand what is the transversal and parallel lines. You have learned this same topic in the lower classes, parallel lines and transversal. So now again the same topic we are going to revise this. What is a transversal? Transversal is a line which intersects two or more lines at a distinct points. A line which intersects two or more lines at a distinct point is called as a transversal. So let me draw some lines here. So here is, we have two lines, and line, we call this as line L, and this is line M, and this is line N. Line N is intersecting the L and M at two distinct points, say P and Q. Okay, so this L is called as a transversal. Transversal is a line. A line, we can write the definition like this: a line which intersects. A line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. In this figure, in the figure now, you can call N is transversal. N is transversal because N is intersecting L and M at P and Q. P and Q are two distinct points. Now I can draw another type of lines here. Just look at this. Two lines you can write like this. These are two lines, you see. They are intersecting at some point. You can call this as, see, you can call L, M and N. All these are intersecting at the same point. Therefore, this is not a transversal. We cannot call as a transversal. So therefore, this is not proper because they should intersect at two distinct points. N is intersecting L and M at two distinct points like P and Q. So therefore, this N is called a transversal. Here N is not a transversal in the second figure. So in the first one, it is N is transversal. Got the meaning? What is the meaning of transversal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this line is transversal. Because it is intersecting L and M at two distinct points. You can note down.
Yes, sir.
Finish, sir.
Yes, sir. Finish, sir.
Okay. Now we'll go to the next topic. So when a transversal line, is two or more like a distinct points, let us say I'm going to draw once again the same diagram here. Here is one line, then you can take another line like this. This I will take a transversal now here. It is intersecting. You can call this as let us take this as AB, CD, intersecting at, you can PQ is a line intersecting at two distinct points R and S. So when a transversal PQ intersects AB and CD at two distinct points, say R and S, so here PQ is a transversal. PQ PQ is transversal. So we have at each point where it is intersecting the lines, at each point we get 4 angles. So I'll mention the angles like this. So this angle I'll write it as 1 and this as 2 and this is 3 and 4. 4 angles at point R and point S also another 4 angles. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have 8 angles at a point R and S respectively. So based on this angles we give different names. You know that angle 1 and 5 they are called as corresponding angles. Some angles we call as corresponding angles. So what are the corresponding angles in this case? Corresponding
And 1
angles.
and 5, 4 and 8, 3 and 7 and 2 and 6.
3 and 7 and 2 and 6.
Angle 1 and 5. Then angle 2 and 6. Then angle 3 and 7. Then angle 4 and 8. So 4 pairs of corresponding angles you will get. Corresponding angles, we have 4 pairs here. 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Okay. So this is the first type of corresponding angle. Then we'll get another type, second type, corresponding alternate angles. Alternate interior angles. Before going to this alternate interior angles, let us understand what is interior angles and exterior. So I will write interior angles here. Interior angles. We have 4 interior angles. They are angle 2,
3, 5 and 8.
2, 3, 5, 8.
and 8. So these are interior angles because they lie between the 2 lines AB and CD. And another type we have exterior angles. Also, exterior angles here. 1 is exterior, angle 4 is exterior, then 6 is exterior, angle 7 is exterior. We have 4 exterior angles because they lie outside these lines we have drawn. 4 interior angles and 4 exterior angles. So then alternate interior angles. Among these interior angles, we have alternate interior angles. So one lies on the one side of this transversal, other one is the other side. Now for example, 2 and 8. One pair I write 2 and 8. Angle 2
3
and
and
angle
5.
then another pair, second pair, 3 and 5. Angle 3 and 5. They are alternate interior angles. One is corresponding angles, the other one is alternate interior angles. We can find alternate exterior angles. Same way, another third type, alternate exterior angles.
The 4 and 6 and 1 and 7.
It should be in pair. Alternate exterior angles. So what are the alternate exterior angles here? For 4?
Sir,
For angle 4?
angle 1 and angle 4 and 6, 1 and
4
7.
and 6. 4 and 6. First pair. Second pair, 1 and 7.
7.
1 and 7. They are the pairs of exterior angle, alternate exterior angles. Then one more type, interior angles on the same side of transversal. So we have another type, interior angles, that is fourth one, interior angles on the same side of transversal.
3 and 8 and 2 and 5.
Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. What are the interior angles? As I said, we have 4 interior angles, 2, 3, 5, 8. They are the interior angles. And that should be side of transversal.
5 are 1 pair and 3 and 8 are 1 pair.
Angle 2 and angle 5. Angle 2 and angle 5
8
are,
and 5.
they are on the same side of the transversal. Then second pair, angle 4 and angle 3 and angle 8. Angle 3 and angle 8. There another pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal. These are the types of angles we get. So these interior angles on the same side of the transversal, we can call this by another name. We have one more type of name.
Co-interior angles.
Sir, co-interior angles.
We have another name for this, consecutive interior angles. We can call this as consecutive interior angles. Consecutive interior angles. Then one more name we can give to this, allied angles. We call this as allied angles. Then another name also we have co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. So these are the 4 different types of names to the same type of angle. So all these are one and the same. Consecutive interior angles, allied angles, co-interior angles, or interior angles on the same side of the transversal, they are all one and the same. No difference. Have you noted this?
Right.
You understand all types of angles here? Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
So now let us find the relation between these angles when the lines, when a transversal intersect parallel lines. Okay, transversal and parallel lines now. Let us see what are the relations. Find the relation between angles on a transversal intersects parallel lines. And transversal intersects parallel lines. So you can draw the parallel lines on the ruled sheet. So you have a ruled sheet means that itself you can consider as a parallel line. You can draw some two parallel lines here. So I'm going to draw a pair of parallel lines here and also one transversal. So here I'll call this as first pair is A and B, then second one is C. AB and CD are parallel lines, and then T is a transversal. Intersecting at points, you can call this as P and Q. Intersecting at 2 distinct points, PQ. So you can give the names to these angles now again same way. This is angle 1, you can call it 2, this is 3 and 4. Again 5, 6, 7, here 8. So if AB is parallel to CD, if line AB is parallel to CD, this is symbol, then you will find that the corresponding angles are equal. You will find that the corresponding angles, we will find the relation between these angles, corresponding angles. You can verify that corresponding angles are equal. What are the angles? You can verify that one. Angle 1 will be equal to angle 5. We can measure using the protractor. Then similarly, angle 5 is same. Angle 2 is equal to 6. Angle 2 will be equal to angle 6.
Sir, angle 4 is
Then
equal to
similarly, angle 4 is equal to 8. Then angle 3 is equal to angle 7. Okay. Now, when you do this and verify that, you will find that corresponding angles, these 1 and 5 are equal, 2 and 6 are equal, 4 and 8 are equal, 3 and 7 are equal. So then you can conclude as a statement. One statement you can make it as a statement here. So what is the statement? We call that as axiom. You can call that as an axiom. We'll give a number for this 6.3. The statement will be like this. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Each pair of corresponding angle is equal. So let us verify this. We can draw the parallel lines. And let us call this angle as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 L, M, and this side called as a T. Now you can verify by measuring these angles here. You can see that if I keep a protractor, I'm keeping on this point. You can see around 75. It is in between 70 and 80. You can measure this angle. So it is around 70 and 80. You can see that it is. It is in between 70 and 80. Okay, just above 70 and 80. Now the same angle I'll keep here. See, it is again above 70 only. Okay, it is 73 degree. So there also it should be the same. If you extend that line, you can verify it is almost 73. Corresponding angles are equal. Angle 1 you can measure, it is 73 degree. Here you come and keep that same place. You can verify this. It is almost 72 or 73 degree will be there. The corresponding angles are equal. You can measure even 4 and 8 also, 2 and 6 also. 2 and 6 means you can turn this protractor like this and measure that one. You can measure the 6 and 2 using protractor. You will find that the corresponding angles are equal. So this is possible when the given lines are parallel. So L is equal to M. It should be L should be parallel to M. With this condition only you can write the corresponding angles are parallel. So what about the converse? If the corresponding angles are equal, then can you call that the lines are parallel? L and M are parallel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
you can
sir.
call this as another axiom. You can write down the statement like this. Axiom 6.4. The converse of the first one. If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal then the two lines are parallel to each other. This is just a converse. If lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal. Then if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines will be parallel. Just we are interchanging the given and the conclusion. In the previous theorem what was given, here it has become the conclusion in this second statement. So we are just interchanging the given and conclusion. Using this axioms, these two axioms, we can prove the another set of properties, we can call them as theorems. Now using this property we can prove some more theorems. So let us write that as a theorem now. I am going to prove another theorem using the same property what we have now learned, two axioms. If corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles will be equal. So now let us go to the 6.2, theorem 6.2 now. Theorem 6.2. The statement will be like this. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal. So for this, let us draw one diagram. Same way, you can call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can call this as line L, M, and this is P. So now, as per the trace statement, transversal intersects two parallel lines. What is given here? You can see that given a transversal intersect two parallel lines. That means L is parallel to M, T is transversal. So this is given. We need to prove that each pair of interior angles is equal. So we have to prove here each pair of interior angles, alternate interior angles. For alternate interior angle 2, I should show that 2 is equal to angle 8. Then I have to show that angle 3 is equal to angle 5. These are the two alternate interior angles. Proof. Look at the diagram. I can write angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Can you tell me what is the reason?
Sir, they are corresponding angles.
Sir, corresponding angles.
Corresponding angles. You can call this as equation number 1. Similarly, I can write Angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Can you tell me what is the reason for this one?
Sir, they are vertical
Sir,
angles.
Sir,
Can call this as 2. Compare 1 and 2 now. Compare equation number 1 and 2. What you can conclude? Angle 1 is equal to 5. Angle 1 is equal to 3 means
Angle 3 is equal to angle 5.
3 is equal to angle 5. But what type of angle these two are? These two are
Sir, alternate interior
sir,
angles.
alternate interior angles.
interior angles are equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Similarly, we can prove that 2 is also equal to 8. Similarly, you can prove 2 will be equal to 8. The same way you can prove that. How can you prove that 2 is equal to 8? Angle 4 is equal to, just I will write
Sir,
it.
angle 4 is equal to angle 8 as they are.
Angle 8 is equal
Sir,
to
angle 4 is equal to angle 2.
Angle 4 is equal to angle 2. So therefore, angle 2 is equal to angle 8. It is simple. Angle 4 and 8 are equal, reason corresponding angles. Angle 4 is equal to angle 2, that is vertically opposite angles. Comparing these two, you will get angle 2 and 8 are also equal.
Sir,
Ah.
sir, angle 4 is equal to angle 8, no, sir.
Ah.
Sir, that is looking like 6, so I asked, sir.
8. Told no? 8.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear to all of you?
yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
This is called as a theorem because
Yes, sir.
we are using the previous axiom that corresponding angles property we have used that and proved this statement. Therefore, we are calling it as a theorem 6.2. Next theorem, we'll go to next theorem 6.3. Theorem 6.3. The statement is like this. If a transversal intersects two lines, transversal intersects two lines, such that a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, is equal then the two lines are parallel. So this is the statement. Let us prove this one. Again, you need to draw the diagram for this. You can call this as angle 1, 2, 3. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Call this as L, M, and this is T. So given, with reference to this statement, what is given here? A transversal intersects two lines such that pair of alternate interior angles equal. That means angle 2 is equal to angle 8. Then angle 3 is equal to angle 5. This is given. So in the statement, alternate interior angles are already equal. They have told that it is equal. Alternate interior angles are equal. Now, to prove that, what do you have to prove here?
Sir, L and M are parallel.
L and M are parallel.
You need to prove L is parallel to M. Proof. So it is given that angle 2 is equal to 8. Angle 2 is equal to 8. Isn't it? Angle 2 is equal to there are alternative angles. Can you write angle 2 and 4 are equal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vertically
Yes,
opposite
sir.
angle.
They are vertically opposite angle.
First one is given. The second one is you can write vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Now you tell me by comparing these two, what you can conclude?
Sir, angle 8 is equal to angle 4.
The 4 and 8 are equal. But look at 4 and 8 are corresponding angles, but these two are corresponding angles. These two are corresponding angles. Once the corresponding angles are equal,
So then the two lines are parallel.
in previous axiom, so line L must be parallel to M. If the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines must be parallel. That we discussed in the converse of that 6.2. Sorry, 6.3. Axiom 6.3 says that if the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are equal. Axiom 6.4 says that if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines must be parallel. So here corresponding angles are equal, therefore the line L and M must be parallel. So we use this, what is given, alternate interior angles 2 and 8 are equal, then we equated 2 to 4, then 4 and 8 become equal, but 4 and 8 are corresponding angles. If the corresponding angles are equal, naturally the lines must be parallel as per the axiom. So we proved this theorem 6.3. So whenever the alternate interior angles are equal, then you can conclude lines are parallel. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
So next theorem, you can write 6.4, theorem 6.4. Theorem 6.4. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Same side of transversal is supplementary. This also can be proved. This proof is not required, but even then I will explain how these two are supplementary. Let us draw
Sir,
4,
Sir,
6,
voice is
7.
breaking.
sir, your voice is
problem.
breaking, sir.
Okay, wait for some time. So you call this as line L, M, and this is T. Is it visible? Board is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Sir,
Okay. Now I have to show
Yes,
that given here what is given in this statement. If a transversal intersect two parallel lines, that means L is parallel to M, P is transversal. Then we need to prove that interior angles on the same side of the transversal, that is angle 2 plus 5 is equal to 180 degree, or angle 3 plus 8 is also equal to 180 degree. Any one of this you can prove first. Proof. Let us come to the proof now. Look at the diagram. Can you tell me what is the measurement of angle 1 and 2? One and two,
Sir, it is
they are
180
the
degree.
linear pair. A ray stands on a line, P is line, and that L is there. You can take that from that angle point of intersection to that other side as a ray. So therefore, sum of adjacent angle formed should be 180 degree. Angle 1 plus 2 is equal to 180 degree. But here, 1 and 5 are equal. But angle, look at this, angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Because lines are parallel. Once the lines are parallel, the corresponding angles are equal. So they are corresponding angles. Because lines parallel to each other, then the corresponding angles must be equal. Then if I substitute this in equation 1, so this is equation 1, substitute in 1. Substitute in equation 1. So what happens? Equation 1 will come. In place of 1, let us write it is 5. Then 2 keep as it is equal to 180 degree. So these 5 and 2 are the interior angles, hence the proof. Similarly, you can prove, we can prove the other pair also, 3 and 8 also equal to 180 degree. To prove this 3 and 8, first you have to write 4 plus 3 is equal to 180 degree. 4 plus 3 is equal to 180 degree. In place of 4, you can write 8 because they are corresponding angles. So therefore, 3 plus 8 also becomes 180 degree. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then the next theorem will be the converse of this statement. The proof is not required. Just you write down the statement for this. Have you noted this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you have noted, then I am going to remove this. Erase this one. So now, this statement you can write axiom theorem 6.5. The statement only enough. If a transversal intersects two lines, such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal is supplementary. Same side of transversal is supplementary. Then the two lines are parallel. So this is the converse of this previous theorem. Let me explain this. If two lines are like this, and here is a transversal, you can write these angles as 1, 2, 3, 4. The other angles are 5, 6, 7, and 8. And here given they have given, so given 2 plus 5 is equal to 180 degree. We have to prove that conclusion is like this. Conclusion is line L is parallel to M. So we call this as L and this is M, transversal T. If they give 2 and 5 are supplementary, that is 180 degree, you can conclude that line L and M are parallel to each other. So that's the conclusion. So we'll see some of the problems, some problems we can discuss in the next period. Or another theorem is there. If time is over now, we'll discuss in the next period. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.